One thing I say all the time is I would rather throttle somebody back than try to push them forward or push them uphill. Meaning, I'd rather that someone's super aggressive and even makes mistakes sometimes or ruffles some feathers sometimes, and I have to come in and say, hey, hang on a second, you gotta stop and think about this a little bit, what you did here. Then I have to constantly, hey, why don't you call these people? I need you to call this person today. Why didn't you call this person? Don't forget, you need to call 5 people by the end of the week, and it's already Thursday. So there's nothing worse than having to try to push someone uphill, if you're a leader. And if you're the type of person who takes initiative, I think that's what I'm looking for in this chapter. That's what I was thinking about in this chapter. And one of the other things I was really thinking about is, and this just happened to me right when I was writing this, was using we words. There's somebody that in the interview, he was already saying we, which was a really good sign. There's people that day one, they say we. We're going to do this, we got to do this. And there's people that I've worked with for years who keep say you, or you guys do it like this. And I don't really even know what that's supposed to mean as opposed to the company they worked with previously. So this is really about just taking initiative. No one's going to get upset if you take initiative and you just go for it. And if they do, they're probably not going to last very long. You're probably going to have their job soon. And to be honest, and I say no one's going to get upset, let me just take that back for a second. So there will be people, maybe your manager who has managers above him or her, that get upset because everybody's in a comfort bubble at some point. And so if you start grabbing the remote and you start taking initiative and taking charge and you're aggressive, you might just make them start looking bad, and they might need to start getting out of their comfort bubble a little bit, and you're poking a few holes in that, and they're not going to like that. Hey, I worked really hard to create this bubble where everything's easy for me. I pushed back on these initiatives for years, and now I don't have to do them anymore, and because my manager just got worn out from asking me, and that's great. So I don't want you coming in here and doing those things and questioning things, because now I'm going to have to work harder, and I'm going to have to get out of my comfort bubble, and I'm going to have to do things that I don't want to do. So yeah, you are going to probably ruffle a few feathers if you're in the wrong culture. If you're in the right culture and you have the right team around you, then people are going to support that and really get excited about that. And, you want to be on a team where you help push people along, and it's all in a good way. I have new people that start and they're aggressive, and it kind of like maybe I started getting into a comfort bubble, and I thought, wow, this person's really going after it. I got to do better than the new person, so it gives me, some new invigoration. So grab the remote. If you're new, you're starting somewhere, just go for it. Take initiative. Let people, your manager will tell you if you're crossing a line or you're going too far or you're throttling back. But one thing you don't want to be is that person who has to get pushed uphill. If someone keeps reminding you of things or telling you your job or asking you or following up, that's not a good sign. You should be way out ahead of everybody. You should be doing things that they're not even thinking of. So go out there, be a leader no matter what role you're in, and go make it happen. All right, I'll see you in the next chapter.